Hi everybody, this is Oriana again. This is the second set of videos for basic belly dance on my YouTube series. The last set left off on chest circles, so we're going to begin there. If you have hurt shoulders or a hurt neck, you can also practice this sitting down on the floor on your knees or cross-legged, whatever is more comfortable for you. But let's go ahead and start with a basic warm-up just to get started. Okay. All right, inhale, hands up. Take the right hand, grab the left wrist, and come over to the side. Let the chest lead you up. Left hand grabs the right wrist, over to the other side. And up. Slight back bend, just enough to reach the ceiling. And then fold all the way forward. Legs as straight as comfortably possible for you. You can put your hands on your thighs, your knees, your ankles, the floor, wherever is most comfortable for you today. Let the head hang. Bend the knees slightly and roll up. The shoulders come with you. Roll the shoulders forward. Take the right arm, stretch it over the chest, and pull your forearm towards you. Don't hike the shoulder up to the ear. Make sure it's nice and parallel with the floor. And other side. The left arm comes across the chest. Right hand is pulling it towards you. Okay. So with chest work, a lot of people have problems with it because it originates with a muscle group in the back known as the rhomboids, which is a section that's kind of in a diamond shape in here between the shoulder blades. We don't use these muscles a lot, especially if you sit at a desk all day like I do. That's why people's posture begins to slump over. So remember with your chest work that it's not about leading with the collarbone so much as it is pulling through this back region. Okay? So you're going to feel that muscle group actually working in this, and that tends to scare people sometimes because they think they're hurting themselves. You're not hurting yourself, but you may have some soreness because you haven't used those muscles. So keep that in mind. Okay. I'm going to start with sitting down. I'm on my legs. You can be up here like this, or you can sit down on your ankles. The choice is yours. I'm going to be up here. This is really good for people who start out at absolute beginner level because you don't have to worry about your lower body. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is make a horizontal circle with the chest, and then we're going to do the vertical circle after that. So notice that you have two different planes of directions here, horizontal and vertical. Starting with the horizontal, press the chest outward and in, out, in. The rib cage comes out like you're pushing your chest towards the wall, and then it comes back to normal or straight back. Don't let the head come with this. I'm not folding forward. It's literally just my chest bone. Think about the center of the chest pushing outward and then back to normal. Don't cave in back here. That's incorrect and you'll end up hurting yourself. Out, in, out, in. If you want to put your hand in front of your chest, that does help a lot of people so that you have like a goal to reach. Good. Now we're going to go side to side. I like to tell my students to put their hands right here on the upper abs. For women, put them right where your bra ends underneath you. For men, put them about where you feel the rib cage ending, underneath the sternum. Okay? You're going to take your ribs and slide them to the right, center, to the left. So you see what I mean about putting the hands here. It gives you a little bit of a level guide to help you along with this. Because you don't want to start hiking the shoulders up, and you also don't want to start sinking down. Those are completely different motions. This is completely horizontal. Sometimes I say lead for the armpit, even though that sounds strange, but it's directly to the side of you. So if you think side, side, it will help. Okay. Those are your main directions for a chest circle. You have out, the side, a normal back, and then the side again, and it will continue. So let's start putting those together. We're going to go slowly. Out, left side, normal back, right side, out, left side, normal back, right. I'm going to lift my arms so that you can see. It's very important to not cave in back here. If you're really paying attention, you can see I'm not making a huge movement here. I'm moving inches, mere inches. So don't think that you have to over-exaggerate it to get the movement down. From the other angle. Front, left, normal back, right. Front, left, normal back, right. Smooth it out. Remember, parallel to the floor. Don't start lifting. That's a different move. From the side. This is just the chest working. This is why I have people start on the floor like this, so you don't start engaging the legs. Good. Other direction. Front, right, back, left. Out, right, back, left. I feel like once you get it in one direction, getting it in the other direction comes easier because you've already got the idea. But you may have one side that you favor. That's completely normal. For me, it's this direction. Okay. And relax. Now you can either stand up or you can go ahead and just fold your arms forward. Stretch out the back in case you did tweak something or you're starting to feel it between your shoulder blades. Okay. Now for the circle going in the vertical. So the chest is going to lift up, drop down, and come back around. We did the horizontal, now we're doing the vertical. So this is going to be more on the frontal plane. There's not any back motion going on. Right? Lift the chest like in the first video. Drop it down. Lift. Drop it down. Lift. Down. Lift. Down. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. These moves are sometimes a little bit harder for men as well because they don't have these points of reference to think of. So I encourage you, both men and women, to think of this as rib cage movements as opposed to chest movements of themselves, because you don't want to lead with the clavicle. You're really leading with the heart of the rib cage and this diaphragm muscle that expands underneath the rib cage. I feel like a lot of women place the emphasis here at the heart center or the neck bones. That's not wrong, but you will find that the movement looks different, and it may actually be harder for you because you're not leading with your core, or what is more accurately, the top of your core. Okay? Down. Final direction. Down. I am compressing my diaphragm into the top of my upper abs. Again, women, crunch it into the bottom of your bra where the underwire ends. Men, crunch your chest into the bottom of where your ribs end at the end of the sternum. It's the same place. Down. Down. Don't roll the shoulders in. This isn't a clamshell movement. I'm just dropping the girls. Again, if you're paying attention, this is a very small movement. It looks larger on me because I have a large chest. Insert bad jokes here. Okay, so those are your 4 points. Up, side, down, side, like a diamond. When you smooth it out, it becomes a circle. Starting with the diamond, lift, right, down, left, lift, side, down, side, up, side, down, side, up. To me, this is actually the harder part because it requires more muscular precision. You really might start feeling it in your back by now in those very tiny muscles. That's completely normal. It's also normal to feel a little lost. Okay. Relax. Smooth it out. Very slowly. Lift. Arc down to the bottom. Lift up. From the side, it looks like this. Okay, so notice the difference. I don't have a back movement. The only backward motion I'm making is my shoulders going along for the ride on the arc up. But otherwise, you're not going to the back. If you find yourself doing that, you're lifting too much. Don't try to muscle these movements around. It's just enough to get the shape, really. The reason for this is because in traditional Egyptian classical music, chest moves are higher notes, so they're smaller, they're accents. They're not the deep, percussive, or the melodic notes. These are very tiny little dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. So it matches the music. Remember, the shoulders are just going along with you. Don't let them get out of control. This is more of a body wave or even a rolling arm. This is the chest. That is the difference. Okay. Other direction, starting with the diamond. Up, side, down, side. Up, side, down, side. Up, left, center, right. Ceiling, left, floor, right. Smooth it out. Lift, drop. Lift, drop. If you're really paying attention, you'll start to realize that a circle is 2 different opposite arcs, which you can separate at your choice. And the music stops, so that means the lesson is over. Excellent job. Chest work either comes naturally to you or it doesn't. Mine didn't, so trust me, just keep practicing. Go ahead and round the shoulders out so that you're arching the back. Roll the shoulders back and roll them forward. Interlace the fingertips behind the back and press. Neck and chin lift to the ceiling. And release. Now when you get more advanced, you can of course start practicing up in a regular standing position, which we'll be doing later. But if you're a total beginner, I really recommend practicing on the floor so that you really just isolate your chest work. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me on YouTube, Facebook, Oriana Bellydance, or on my website, www.orianabellydancer.com. See you next time.